only to realize I could have used this as toilet paper during the initial stages of COVID? No! What is up? It's Jan back at— what the heck? That was involuntary. It's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. Today I am doing a video that was requested by my friend Kat. Requested, I say requested as in suggested, you know. She gave me the idea to read my all-time favorite books, 1-star reviews on Goodreads. And I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be bad for my mental health. Like, I'm just gonna get offended. No, I'm just kidding. I was like iffy about it, and then I saw my friend Renee from Reading with Renee do it, and it looked fun. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I have a different background. Also, this is a makeshift curtain to hide my messy kitchen. Okay, we're just being real around here. But I have my Goodreads popped up on my desktop, which is why I'm sitting here. Still debating on whether or not I'm gonna take screenshots of each Goodreads review and put them here. That's what people do, right? It's just like so much work. Okay, let's go and get started, see how this go. I'm gonna start with my girl Addie LaRue, okay? I feel like everyone who knows me associates me with this book. It's like part of my brand now. I want to get the constellation tattooed soon. I have to reread this definitely this year at some point. But anyway, okay, let's scroll. We're gonna go on like, is there a way to filter the rating? That would be actually awesome. Do I know how to work Goodreads? Didn't even know. We're just gonna go on page 9 of the reviews and just scroll. There's gotta be a way to filter these out. Rating details. There's only 1% who gave this 1 star. How do I get there? It's not letting me click it. Oh wait, sort. Hold on. How do I get rid of this? Oh my god. Technical difficulties much? Sort order. Okay, I think I have to do it the old-fashioned way and just scroll. This is harder than I thought. Oh, okay. Here's one. This book reeks of whiteness and is genuinely disappointing in its Western centrism. I've changed my original rating from 3 to 1 stars. Okay, that's reasonable. That's one of the very few reasons why I accept people's negative opinions about Addie LaRue. Like, I understand it's very white. Like, there's little to no diversity. Okay, valid. That's fine. Next. There's no way there's only 10 pages of reviews. This person gave it 2 stars, but they broke it down and they gave plot 1 star. I'm so sad that I didn't like this. It's partially because I relate 0% to this girl. I couldn't care less about experiencing everything. I sit in my room all day doing nothing. Why you gotta make it complicated? The characters was just boring. A lot of people say it's boring. Fine. Honestly, the only thing remotely enjoyable about this book is the writing. But other than that, this book gives the same energy as some of my school books. No. Okay, that I cannot agree with. Yes, the writing, good. You acknowledged the beautiful, amazing, phenomenal writing. But school books? No. If I read books like this in school, I definitely would have enjoyed reading a lot more. Hell no. Okay. Okay, I haven't been screenshotting. I might just type it out in quotes. That's too much work. You guys are getting lazy Jan today. People should describe this book as a white woman making a deal with a white god while she falls in love with a white man, alternating between 2 white scenarios. Okay, I think I'm even more white after reading this book. I need a minute. Again, valid point. I understand that there is a wild lack of diversity in this book. That's all I can say. I agree. I still love it with every fiber of my being though. It's not like I don't read diversely. I read a lot of diverse books, so I really don't feel bad for loving this book. This book is so monotonous, repetitive, and shallow. It could have been 100 pages and the story would have been the same. Oh, hell no. No, no, no. Addie is simply wandering around cities in 2 different time periods, meeting strangers, having pointless conversation. Okay, this review is pointless. She hasn't grown up intellectually, she hasn't matured in any way, no hobbies, no interests. Addie spends her life walking. Nothing is even mentioned about the world around her during those 300 years, and the historic events she should have lived through, like for example, World War II. Okay, fair. She finally finds the mysterious person who would remember her. We got yet another character that walks aimlessly around, moping and feeling bad for himself. And just as I thought that nothing could possibly make this book any worse, came the ending. Okay, she does do a lot of walking. I agree with some of these reviews, but like, I'm not gonna love it any less, you know? Let's do a couple more, and then we'll move on to Looking for Alaska. Oh, you can filter it! How did I even— oh my god. Ah, I'm so dumb. Okay. Calling All Demons. According to this book, you're making bargains with any bozo who sputters her way into 17th century French bodies of water, and I want in on the opportunity. She has freckles that look like stars for some reason, but you do not have to remember that because she and every other person she meets will never shut the ever living fuck up about it. That was very repetitive, so I'll give him that. But I loved it. Speaking of ever-living fucks, Addie considers herself better than all those other girls who are also expected to marry and live normally, so she makes a deal with the devil-type guy that she's allowed to live forever. Yeah, it's called feminism. So, I don't know. I mean, I related to her in that way, so I can't really agree with that. She's the most irritating, stupid idiot alive. I want to throttle her. There was no plot to speak of until maybe the last 100 pages. Okay, now that I know how to filter it, let me read a couple more. How many times Addie LaRue wants to be a fucking tree? To me, this book is just as forgettable as Addie LaRue herself. That one hurt. Not gonna lie. I have no words to describe how angry I am with the Bookstagram community for hyping up this book. Guilty. Underwhelming. Schwab is better than this. That's rude. There's a DNF. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is the most boring book I've ever read. No one asked you to finish it. Okay, moving on. Now we're gonna go to Looking for Alaska by John Green. Here we go. There's gonna be a bunch of people saying like Manic Pixie Dream Girl, and she's not like other girls. How did I do that filtering thing? I kind of just like shook my mouse and then it happened. I'm the most like technologically impaired person. I'm not as bad with technology as I am with directions though. Where? Oh, here. Okay, more filters. 1 star. There are 31,000 1-star reviews. He tries way too hard to make every character different and special and original that they ultimately become extremely unrealistic and unlovable. I loved Alaska. I don't know what you're talking about unlovable, but why are these reviews so long? I just want some good one-liners, you know? Too much sex and language did not finish. You look like a grown-ass adult. Why is too much sex and language a problem? There's one that just says ew. It was definitely not as good as The Fault in Our Stars, so I was a little more than disappointed. Oh god. So much cussing and not showing Christianity right at all. Okay, moving on. But I found it slow and couldn't connect with any of the characters. Slow? I don't know, it was very fast paced. Oh my god, I just saw the word porn. I don't know where it went. Okay, DNF. Welp, I'm disappointed. There's a WTF. Is this even entertaining? I feel like I'm just... That's dramatic. Warning, I tried to wait a few days before reviewing this to cool down a bit, but while reviewing it, I still got worked up about the stuff I didn't like, so there will be a lot of swearing. You've been warned. Let me read your very vulgar review. Pudge is love. Don't call it love, please. Let's call it lust, infatuation. Okay, that makes sense, but he was also, what, 16, 17? Like, we all thought lust was love at that age. Getting too old for teenage angst. Okay. But, like, going into it, you should know that it's about teenage angst. It's John Green. Stop being a sheep. Grow a pair. Towards Pudge, because this person's pissed that he was like following everything that the Colonel said and did. Wow, way too Manic Pixie Dream Girl. I fucking hate the way Miles views Alaska. This book is just about as bad as it can get. This is not a challenge, I swear to fuck. It was misogynistic as fuck and it made my blood boil. This is exactly what I hate about men writing women. Again, these are teenage boys we are talking about. I love this book because I related to Alaska so much in her like recklessness and like the way she reacts to things. Me. So this is like a huge part of like who I am today. That's why I reread this so often. Like I saw myself in Alaska. So I understand this book has its problems. Don't get me wrong, but it's still 5 stars for me. And I'm not gonna change them. This person pointed out that they romanticize mental health, depression, alcohol, smoking, sex, all that stuff. I can see that. But again, this book has made such an impact on me, like I can't change my mind about it. So I read this for school, which is silly because books you read for an English class should have some literary merit, which this book does not. Didn't this book get banned from schools because of all the language and stuff? If y'all haven't seen John Green's video ranting about Looking for Alaska being banned, it is phenomenal. I've watched it so many times. It's only like 3 minutes. Go search it. It's like John Green banned Looking for Alaska or something. Just search that, it'll come up. It's so good. Let's go to The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I will not be surprised by the amount of 1 stars. Oh, only 7,571. The way Looking for Alaska had like quintuple that. What a load of pretentious bum poo. Yes, all the characters were pretentious as fuck and they were all flawed and that's why I loved it. The writing and the atmosphere is what I loved about this book. So let's see what people have to say. 500 pages of a bunch of classist, pretentious assholes drinking and smoking and talking about how superior they are for studying ancient Greek. You know, this person's not far off. Wow, I'm having fun. Like, I really thought I'd get more kind of sad or mad, but it's hilarious. pretentious wink. Before you all plot my untimely demise for not loving this book, hear me out. As a precaution, I'm going to avoid hiking in Vermont in the short term. Well, if it made you feel that strongly, like, I don't know, I feel like it shouldn't be a 1 star. DNF at page 316. Oh my god, I would never DNF at 300 pages in. Holy shit. DNFing at 38% because I'm so bored I want to die, and the idea of reading this is making me not want to read books ever again. Bye. That's dramatic. Definitely not one for me, I'm afraid. Okay, that was more polite. Words cannot express how I feel about this book. There aren't enough cranky looking emojis in the world to express it either. Maybe 3 smiling poop emojis and 2 red-faced angry frowny faces. This book killed my ability to even. By page 200, all I could think was, please God, let the big twist be that this hater of obnoxious, preppy a-holes are time travelers or vampires or time-traveling vampires. Yikes. Sorry to disappoint, but no. I'll never get those hours of my life back. I'm ruined on Tart forever and ever, ever. What is happening? It's tedious at best. Also, there's not one character to like in this book. They are all awful. That's the point! These people just don't have taste. It's fine. No, I understand why people hate this book. It really is very long and dragged out, but I absolutely loved every page. And I'm going to reread it. I want some funny ones. I'd rather read a cereal box. To each their own, go for it. It'd be a lot shorter than The Secret History for sure. I want my money back. I can't imagine giving The Secret History a 1 star. Like, that is too big of a book for me to. About a bunch of murderous assholes flaunting rudimentary French and donning tweed blazers. I'm not about it. You ever had the experience of being at a family wedding where you don't know anyone and you've ended up at a table of people you just don't like? This book is worse than that. That is like a well thought out analogy. I'm impressed. I know what you did last summer with even more unlikable character. Give this one a purple dot. I know I read it. I know I don't remember a thing about it. A purple dot? What? Does that mean something to any of you? I'm confused. Kind of shit, actually. I might blow up in your face if you ask me how I feel about this book. Damn, okay. It's so crazy that some of these people read The Goldfish and loved it. Or did I say goldfish? Goldfinch. Someone called it absolute trash. Nothing I haven't heard before. Oh, okay, what's next? The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've never heard anyone trash on this book, so we'll see. How do you not fall in love with a TJR book if you have read all her other works and you like them? This story was not for me. By the 3rd husband, I was so bored. You didn't even get to the good parts. Intolerable in every way. Why are you yelling? No one asked you to go this hard. The stupid big reveal at the end. Worst read of my life. Excuse me. The ending had me sobbing the first time I read this, and I read it the second time and it still made me tear up. All plot points were easily visible. No, they were not. The twist lacked in any creativity. What the fuck? I want to see something this person has written and then we'll see. Okay, that one makes no sense to me because I've never heard anyone say that they were not shook by the twist. Complete trash. Who published this? Someone actually read this book and thought, hey, other people need to read this. No. Are you okay? Do you need help? Awful. Skim the last 140 to get to the end? You can't skim the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Trite, predictable could be summed up as of course. What? How could you ever predict that twist? Like, I don't understand. Not one likable character in this book. That is not true. You're just too judgmental. This author portrayed straight white males as horrible people. I'm not into reading books that man bash. My god, I can't with that one. I can't. Just no comment. Expectations for this book were so high for all of the gas it received, only to realize I could have used this as toilet paper during the initial stages of COVID? No. Oh man. Not gonna lie, that was pretty good though. I'm gonna use that for the next book I hate. Oh god. It's so funny and also very insulting. Waste of my precious reading time. Dumb, super dumb. Nothing but contempt for this book. It was awful. Biggest fucking eye roll ever. Just one of the worst books I've read in some time. Damn. I don't understand why it is labeled historical fiction. Evelyn Hugo is not a real person. Clearly this person just doesn't understand. It's okay. It's okay. It happens. NFM, not for me. Is that like a common acronym? I've never seen someone say that. I just want one more good one. Utter rubbish. One minimal dim star. It was well written and narrated, but I found myself yelling at my phone while listening because of all the amazingly horrible decisions she made. That's the drama, that's the tea, that's what drove this novel. All the stupid decisions. Okay, next we're gonna see Black Buck's review. Black Buck by Matteo Escaripour. Still don't know if I'm saying that right. This one came out in January and I absolutely loved it. I got it from Book of the Month. It's pure satire and it's amazing. It's so good, it's so funny. Okay, I feel like all these 1-star reviews are just gonna be people who don't wrap their head around the fact that it's satire, so they're offended. Like, there are a lot of racist statements and unnecessarily rude quotes in it, specifically from this one character who's purposefully that way to prove a point, you know? Because the main character is a black guy who enters Wall Street, basically. One of his bosses or something just treats him like absolute shit. And it's on purpose. It's done on purpose. It's to prove a point. The author did it on purpose. And like, people who don't realize that are obviously going to be offended. Reviews. Gave me a headache. He went on and on and on. It was as if he was always screaming at the reader. Relentless cursing, relentless anger, bankrupt values. Not my kind of novel. Don't let the blurbs fool you. This is soap opera, not satire. Some of his analogies are so out there that it makes you question your decision to read it. But at the same time, it is really funny. That one was way too intelligent for my brain cells at the moment. A narcissist wrote a book and failed to redeem himself. Tedious and self-indulgent. That was not the point. Oh my god. Not even going to deal with woke BS like this. Be entertained and not have to deal with this false every white person in America is racist. That is not the point that the author was trying to make, but I digress. His repetitive jokes and sarcasm were laid on thick and never funny. Do you have a sense of humor? Maybe that's the issue. No, with a red heart emoji. Okay, on that note, let's do some on My Lovely Wife, which is my favorite thriller. I've only had a few like true, genuine laughs, you know? I want like a good knee slapper. So this book is about a serial killer couple and there's like a whole bunch of twists and stuff and I absolutely loved it. Meh, just meh. No, just no. Cool, good talk. Apart from one child, all the characters are horrible and the story is so unbelievable. Ever heard of fiction? Very stupid. Dollar store gone girl. Wish I could unread. Dollar store gone girl. Okay, I'll give him that one. I don't agree, but I'll give him that one. Utterly boring. Dear book, why so long? It's like 300 pages. Misogynexploitation with an implausible ending. Misogynexploitation. What a freaking word. Yes, I know it's not a word, but I had to invent it in order to describe this creepy novel. These people get angry. They're like yelling at me to not waste my time. Whatever you say. A mess. Just not my kind of book. Like Gone Girl, but really bad. Too scary / gory for me. Did not finish. Predictable, inconsistent characterization, and humorless. You're humorless. Okay, this person wrote this like a freaking Rupi Kaur poem. OMG, worst book ever! Exclamation point. Enter. This was bad. Enter. I did not like it. Enter. The characters sucked. Enter. The writing sucked. Enter. Yeah, never again. And every word is capitalized. A poet. We have a poet on our hands. Everyone's saying it's a Gone Girl wannabe, which I can see. I was robbed. What's next? A City Baker's Guide to Country Living. I love that book. If you like Gilmore Girls, I recommend this book. Let me do that one. So this one's by Louise Miller, and I read this a couple years ago. Love the vibes. It's so cozy. It's literally Gilmore Girls in a book. We get it, Livy. You are so cool and hip with your ever-changing brand shout out to Manic Panic. Brightly colored hair dye. As a banjo player myself, I was pretty annoyed with the musical aspects of this book. Just seemed like one long hipster advertisement. Dang, this person went off in a whole nother language that I'm never gonna learn. So this book was chick lit in every way imaginable. Hugging her was like hugging a day-old baguette. I don't remember reading that, but I mean, I probably would have laughed too. So it was described to me as Gilmore Girls, and sure, it was Gilmore Girls without all the charm and joy that makes Gilmore Girls watchable. It was too heterosexual, even for me, a heterosexual. Basically a bad Hallmark movie, but in book form. It's definitely a Hallmark movie in book form. It was very heterosexual, but it was Gilmore Girls-y for me, so it's like they took the basic Hallmark movie and removed everything you like / tolerate about it, and this is what you're left with. Can't stand the main character. Like a good apple pie, this book was sweet but boring. That one's good. That one is good because they talk a lot about apple pie in it. Oh, that's it? everyone else didn't write shit. Unbelievable. Okay, one more. Let's do Girls of Paper and Fire. I don't think I've done a fantasy book yet, have I? This is by Natasha Ngan. It has demons in it and half demons, trigger warnings for sexual abuse, but it's a story about girl power basically and standing up for yourself. I love the writing too, and I can't wait for the third one. The second one was really good as well. Just know, doesn't matter why. I liked Ren, that's about it. Almost everyone else can kiss my arse. This book and me created the lovers to enemies trope. Too gruesome for me. Really don't think I'm gonna go for the sequel. Too gruesome. Okay. The characters are flat as sheets. Oh, fuck. The demons in this book just sound like furries to me. This sounds like something I would read on 2013 Tumblr. Oh my god, I remember Tumblr. I cannot. Okay, these are some good ones. That's so fucking funny. Don't waste your time or cash on this trash. I think I should just end on the 2013 Tumblr note because I think that's as good as this is gonna get. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably gonna be a bitch to edit, so rip to me. I don't know how I feel about it. It was funny. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all had a great day. Comment down below or DM me, I don't care, some 1-star reviews or bad reviews that made you laugh because I am ready to hear it. Hope y'all had a great day. Stay safe and stay positive always, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Goodbye!